Well, welcome back for another episode of Finding America. Well, it's so great to see you back in my channel, Finding America. This past week we got a lot of messages and emails from people who wanted us to go back to the Victorian construction site and see what else we could find. So Chris and I have arranged to meet up early in the morning and get over there this past weekend, do some hunting. And we also met up with our good friend John, and the three of us started hunting. Now this past week we got a ton of rain, so the ground was nice and soft and moist, and that was just incredible because the signals were everywhere. Well, I'm first on the board today. Chris got a 35 Wheatie just a little while ago, and I got a fired bullet. And we're also out here with John, our buddy. I just got a 643. I dug down, got a nice signal. Haven't pulled it out, but it looks to be a pretty nice padlock. So I'm going to extract it. Oh, it does have the hasp on it. Very cool. I'll be darned. It's got some pretty nice markings on it. Wow.
Oh, is that cool?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? So, anyway, I'll get a brush of this. It looks like it has quite a bit of writing on it. And we'll see what kind this is. But very cool for first good find of the day. So this turns out to be a really cool lock. I've never found this kind before. But it says Reese in the center. And it says 5-disc super cylinder, and down on the bottom it says made in USA. So of course now we know it's a genuine bona fide antique. But very cool. Still has a hasp on top too, and the cylinder down on the bottom. So I like that. Very cool find. Got a nice signal, 1237. And didn't have to go far down for it, about an inch. Of course, we're back at the Victorian home construction site here where they tore all those homes down, so it's moved the dirt all around. But I got a nice find. I got a nice big huge round ball, and still has the sprue, but yeah, at first I thought it was a clay marble till I picked it up. I'm like, whoop, nope, that's a period round ball. So that makes 2 bullets out of this area from the Civil War era. So that's a great find. I'm happy with that. Well, I've got Chris and John. We're having a meeting of the minds. It'll be a short one. And John came up and said he got an Indian. Check that bad boy out.
It's mint.
I don't know if I'm getting that in here or not. Yeah, let's see. But it's a beauty. It's a real nice and green, 1898. And what'd you say, Chris? You can see Liberty on it?
Yeah, it's got full Liberty.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
About an inch deep.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great, man. That's actually the oldest coin we've gotten out of here. Previously, it was that 05 V-nickel I got on top of the ground, and Chris got an 06 Indian.
7 years, huh?
Yeah, so 1898. Congratulations, John. That's awesome, man. So Chris came and showed me what he's found so far. And it looks like a bale seal, but it looks like BOH, but it is pretty rough.
Crude.
Very, yeah. I can see where the wire was through it, but very cool. That's another bale seal for the month.
They ran up a solid 15 on Equinox.
I think we found 6 or 7 in the last month.
Yeah, from me going from nothing to...
From feast to famine, man. That's the way it always is. And Chris found
a couple other doodads.
Yeah.
This is either bone or ceramic. I tapped it against my tooth and it made a noise. And I'm not sure.
Couldn't have been his tooth, could it?
Shouldn't be doing it.
Well,
I don't know what that is, but it's got a cool design on it.
That's very ornate.
A big piece of it broke off and I lost it.
Check that out. Kind of a strange little thing. I have no idea. I can tell you it's a corner to something.
Yeah.
But it's pretty. We got done with our powwow here, comparing our finds. And Chris starts to walk off and he notices right on top of the ground Got a pretty cool button.
I pulled it out, but
Yeah,
that side was sticking out.
yeah. Other side has shankage. So pretty cool. It's
design.
yeah, it looks like someone's old coat button. So all right, finds are popping. Yep. So Chris came over and what'd you get, man?
It's another dog tag. Well, not another one, but a dog tag.
Yeah, we found quite a few.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see the year.
It's almost 100 years old, 1920.
I'll be dang. Well, that's a good find.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I was just going along and got a nice signal about 1440, and check it out. I got a cross in the dirt there. Check that out. It's ringing kind of high. It's kind of light. Oh, cool. It's got something on this side. Jesus Christ is Lord. Very nice. Very cool. All right. Well, that's a nice little find. And it's light. It's almost like it's aluminum. But very cool find. Very happy to find that. Well, just 30 seconds after finding that cross, not too far away, I got a 836, 837, and dug down and got this. Very cool. It appears to be pretty ornate. It's a it's a clock winding key, probably to a mantle clock or a grandfather clock. But yeah, check that out. It's got some nice design on it. Yeah, definitely an oldie. So starting to turn up quite a few things right in this area, so we will keep going over it ultra slow with the small coil, working in between the iron. Well, I got a pretty nice signal. It's ringing up pretty high. I didn't film it and because it looked like it was just another cat, but once I got it cleaned off, check it out. Now, believe it or not, I found one of these a few weeks ago, but it was so mangled, all I could get was like KEE off the, and so I didn't know what it was, and I am so glad I found this one because this one's in great shape and I can read everything. It says E.R. Durkee and Company, New York, and it says trademark, and it has, well, it's got a knight's gauntlet, like a suit of armor, the gauntlet part for the hand. So that's cool. I don't know anything about this company, and we will have to do some research and see what I can find out. Pretty cool though. Well, if you've been watching my videos, you know when I find something like that cap that piques my interest, I can't wait to get home and do a little research on it. And that's what I did, and it had an amazing history of that company. The man who started the company was named Eugene R. Durkee, or E.R. Durkee. Now, he began making spices and extracts in the basement of his house way back in 1850. And probably what he's most famous for was his salad dressing. Now, he invented that salad dressing all the way back in 1857, and he won numerous awards for it. Now, Mr. Durkee and his company were also known for his fantastic and whimsical ad campaigns featuring literary tales of King Neptune, the U.S. cavalryman of the Old West, Captain Kidd, and even Robinson Crusoe and Friday. Well, Mr. Durkee and his products became wildly popular, especially the salad dressing, and by 1917 he'd outgrown his facilities. So he set off and built an amazing factory located in Elmhurst, New Jersey. Now, this factory was 40,000 square feet and 85% glass. It was dust-proof, fireproof, and vermin-proof, and he often bragged that there wasn't a dark corner in the entire building. Additionally, he went ahead and surrounded the entire factory with a park-like setting, flowers and trees, and even the railroad tracks that went right up alongside the factory. The fence along the railroad tracks was fully covered in roses. It was a beautiful place. Because of his love for literature, he built a library in that factory for his workers as well. The dining hall, every window had a flower box in it. They had a wireless set, and they even had a grand piano for the employees to play. Unfortunately, as the years passed, the building fell into disrepair. But luckily, it was saved and renovated. And it's now called the Elmhurst Educational Complex. And it actually houses 3 separate high schools under one roof. Now, Durkee was bought out by B&G back in 1980, but the famous Durkee name lives on today. And even now, 162 years later, you can still find that famous Durkee dressing that King Neptune and Captain Kidd loved so much. Well, I'm about to utter Chris's favorite words in the videos. Well, Chris called me over.
I hope it's worth filming.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a little,
oh, you got a ring.
something's going on there, yeah.
Oh, it's got like a crest on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
It's obviously a junk, but...
no, I mean, it's old.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Might be good. Little Tom Mix or some early.
Dick Tracy?
Yeah.
It's like a crown. I don't know. We'll clean it up.
Very cool. All right, we're going to clean it up and give a better look at it. Give ourselves a better look at it, too.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you one thing. We were sitting here drooling over Chris's ring, and John walks up and about blows my socks off. Look, check out this old padlock. Dang, John, that's pretty nice, man.
You turn it over.
Whew, that is definitely an early one. And it's not a skeleton key. It takes a regular key, but it's definitely got some age to it. Yeah, I like that.
Too cool.
Very cool. Well, we're definitely starting to get the fine spot, but we had some good rain, and the ground's softer and the signals are a lot easier to get now. So we're pretty much spending a lot of time on our knees digging in the ground right now. Well, Chris called me over.
Got a little buckle.
A little, oh yeah.
I think she's brass with an iron pin.
Yeah, it looks like, could be horse tack. Or just someone's buckle, but that's definitely got some age to it.
Goes with the dog tag.
Yeah, that could be a dog leash buckle too. Yeah. Yeah, both of them look about 1920.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris said he found something. What'd you get, man?
Looks like a 1918 Wheatie. Took me a minute to scrape at it. She's pretty chunky.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it up here. Get it up here in the light, get a better look at it. Yeah, it's nice. 1918.
Coming through some?
Yep. Yeah, it'll clean up pretty nice. John told us he had to head back home for Father's Day celebrations. So Chris and I decided that we wanted a little change of scenery. And I remembered a house I'd seen that I really wanted to see if I could get permission to hunt. And to give a little background on this, it turned out to be very interesting. A couple months ago, Chris and I were out detecting, and I saw a guy that needed some help. And so I quit metal detecting, walked across the field, and gave him a hand. He said thanks, and I went back metal detecting. Now fast forward to last weekend, we showed up at this house that I wanted to hunt, knocked on the door, and who answered it? That guy. It was crazy. And I was like, I know you. And it took him a minute, but then he remembered who I was, and I gave him a hand before, and he's like, hey, what do you guys want? And I said, well, we were hoping we might be able to metal detect in your yard. And he goes, have at it. I really appreciate what you did last time. So Chris and I, we got to hunt anywhere we wanted to, and he said we can come back anytime we want. So we were thrilled, and that yard had some really cool stuff to be found. Well, Chris and I moved down the street and got a permission at this house. I think it's 1900, 1910. And I found a 44S Wheatie, first hole. And second hole, yeah. Check it out. It's right here in my drop cloth. I got a Mercury. Oh boy. Yeah, boy. So there it is. Mercury dime, second hole. I'll put a little water on it and clean it up so you can see it a little bit better, but that is pretty awesome. I don't think this place has ever been hunted. There are signals everywhere, so should be fun. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, this has got to have the prettiest patina on it. It is gorgeous. And no pun intended, but I tell you, it looks like liquid mercury. It's just got the most beautiful patina. It's gorgeous. And there's the backside. That is one beautiful dime. So this is looking very, very good. We've only been here maybe 10 minutes, and we have silver dime number 2 with Chris here.
I hit 3 wheats, and then I got silver high tone. I thought it was going to be a quarter.
Go ahead and pluck it, man. I think
you're
going to be happy.
Well, it's silver. That's
I know.
happiness.
Huh?
It's a
Rosy.
Rosy.
Sweet, man. 57.
57. Cool.
All right.
Not as nice a patina, but shiny.
Very sweet, man. All right, 2 silver dimes on the board.
Nice.
Okay, well, Chris gave me enough time to dig a Jefferson before I had to come back over. Now, we got the Mercury right here. I'm sorry, the Roosevelt right there. And just a 1.5 foot away, he's got another silver dime.
Down in there.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah.
Same exact signal.
Wow.
28.
Another silver dime ringing up 28 on the Equinox. Go ahead and plug it, man.
Let's see what this one. Maybe she's a little bit older.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a Merc.
Oh, yeah, it's Merc. I better get the bottle for that.
Yeah, I got mine. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a little frosty look to her. In a year?
26.
Nice.
Cool.
Check for mint mark.
Yeah. Nothing.
Philadelphia.
Sweet.
3 silvers in 15 minutes. Nice. This is absolutely without a doubt a virgin yard.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got permission from this guy to keep coming back whenever I want to. He said, "That's awesome, buddy. All
Nice.
right. All right. Now, let me dig up one before you call me back over."
Stay close.
Hunting along the front sidewalk leading to the front door, and got a 1237 signal. It was deep. I mean, 8-9 inches, and I pulled that little key out. And it's definitely got some age to it. But oh, it's got like a it says eagle. It's got a little eagle with its wings stretched out. It says eagle up above it. Pretty cool. I haven't seen that type before. And it's got some other stuff on this side, but we'll get it home, clean it up, give you a better shot of this. Well, next thing was ringing pretty high. Dug down, and man, I got the smoothest penny I've ever seen. But we managed to get enough off of it to see it's an early Lincoln, and it appears to be 1917. It's a nice early coin. Well, still working along this sidewalk. There's so many signals. Got a 1240, about 5 inches, and got a nice weedy. It's 1920 something. I'll get it cleaned up, or I'll throw the year up here on the screen for you. But just a huge amount of old coins we're getting right now, and we're only 30 minutes into this yard. Well, next thing was ringing about 1242, 1243, pretty high. I was kind of hoping for a dime, but I'll take what came out of the hole. Another nice early weedy. This is a year that I don't find very often. It's a 1912, so very cool. I am definitely happy with that one. Well, Chris called me over. He's got a big old grin on his face. I'm getting a little nervous.
It was an inch down.
An inch down. And what is it? I'll be dang. An Indian?
I think it's 1800s too.
I'll be darned. I got another Indian today.
I don't get it.
Nice. That's
Sweet.
Let's see if I can get it out here in the light.
I think I saw 1896.
Yep, that's what it looks like. Yep, looks like 1896. And we'll get some cleaning on that one, but that's a great find. Boy, an inch down, that's crazy.
Never happens to me.
What was it reading?
20?
20 on the Equinox. Yeah. Alrighty, awesome find. Chris called me over, and he said ring up, what, 17?
17 ring signal.
And he thinks it's a token. I know Chris is hoping for an old token, but it's hot, and I'm hoping for a Dairy Queen token for a free blizzard.
Maybe it's good for 2.
There you go.
And a dilly cone.
Oh, yeah, well, take whatever.
Should we see what she is?
Yeah, that. Yeah, go ahead. Let's check it out.
Tokage.
The suspense is killing me. Ooh.
It's got something good going on. Oh, it's cut.
What is that?
Is it a
cross on it? Oh, this is probably a good luck token.
either a good luck or like a bus fare?
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, jeez. Fingers ain't working.
It says 10 on top?
10 something.
What's on the other side?
It's pretty,
Crusty?
yeah, I think we're going to have to give it a quick cleaning.
We'll come back. We're going to clean it up for you, and we'll all get to see what the heck this is. I got it cleaned up a little bit. Can you make anything out?
It looks like it says Insurance Credit System, Dayton, Ohio, and trade only 10 patented, maybe 1919?
Wow. Gotta love it having a patent date on it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says patent USA and then a date underneath, but
It's hard to make
on the
out.
other side?
I haven't cleaned that side yet.
Give it a quick brush. It does have more on it. Something about no cash value, probably.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, that's awesome. I will clean this up and give you a real good looking picture.
That's a neat one.
I had to turn the camera back on because it's a pretty awesome token, actually.
It does. It says Red Ash Coal Company.
Oh, it's coal Scrip.
It's coal Scrip, my first one. Never seen one like this.
Oh my gosh, and it does have a patent date, so we're able to get a date off this thing. But
That is amazing.
These are hard to find. Wow, coal Script.
Wow.
That's amazing, man. Huge find.
Holy
Awesome.
cow. Holy moly.
I've always been a firm believer in what goes around comes around, and I think this hunt actually illustrated that pretty well. Now, don't take off just yet, because I have some very cool historical photos coming up in about 15 seconds. And before we go, always remember, history makes a find a treasure, and I am really looking forward to seeing you back here on Finding America.